We're going to discuss a similar issue that has been discussed previously, but it has been due to the fact that I was watching somebody else I know live stream and stuff kind of hit me the wrong way. One thing I must say, like most people in this game, started from the bottom. I'm not all the way up at the top. Might not ever be, but it ain't no never mind. You know, I ain't really trying to be on the top. But if I get there, I get there. And if I don't, hey, there's other things to do. But there's a real serious issue going on with this game, and I personally really feel like if this issue keeps persisting with this game, then it is going to be an issue that carries on through other games, especially when these games are online related. Um, Several issues to discuss actually. One of the main topics is, you know, ever since the beginning of this stuff, these things are pretty much described as give cars to friends. And on some notes, that may be actually what it is, give cars to friends. Because I mean, if you're like me, I'm sure you have a lot of quote unquote friends, but we all know when it really comes down to the bottom line of things, if you're someone, for example, who has 500 friends in your friend list, you can probably take maybe a good 10 or 15 people out of that 500. And those 10 to 15 people would actually be your friends, regardless of whether it was playing the game or just sending somebody a chat party because you needed somebody to conversate with, get some shit off your chest, you know, whatever. It don't matter. But out of, 500 and something people, like I said, only 10, 15, you could actually, on a daily basis, call them your friend. And they actually be your friend. Because what this whole give cars to friends situation has turned out to is just like what I said in the description. It should be called give cars to takers. Because this is what's going to happen. You're going to sit here and you're going to acquire stuff. And you're going to acquire stuff that a lot of people want. And you're also going to acquire some stuff that not a lot of people are going to want. But when it comes down to the point, the stuff that you acquire, how it really should go is you acquire things that appeal to your taste. Because if you keep wasting your time acquiring stuff to appeal to somebody else's taste, I'm going to tell you what that's going to do for you. I would say it would do absolutely nothing for you, but in reality, it does something for you, but it's nothing for the good. What it's going to do for you is it's going to build you up a collection of people, not friends, people who are going to sit there and act in every way of their ability like they're your friend. Don't matter what they got to do. Whether they sit there and talk nice to you or whether they sit there and talk nice about you to somebody, either way, they only have one goal in mind. And that is, let me see what I can get off of this guy and let me see how little I can give back. It's a problem that's going all across this board. You have people who started out as real good friends that are turning against each other all over a stupid car, all over this game. It's ridiculous. It's pointless. And if you fit the description of anything that I describe, I really feel bad for you, because you cannot make me believe in 1 second that you're only that kind of a person behind the TV, behind the controller, behind the mic. Because I guarantee you, you walk around in your life, your real life, your actual life, the shit that really matters, you walk around and you be that same kind of person. We can all sit here and pass judgment, we can all sit here and pass ridicule, but when it comes down to the point, you're going to be the same person. I don't care what you say. You can argue to high hell for all I care. But pretty much, if you act like a prick on this game, you're a prick in real life. I'm sorry, but that's just the way you are. You're not going to put on this nice face or whatever and, oh, I'm holier than thou kind of thing, because just stop. Stop wasting your time. This is going way too far. I mean, when people sit there and pass comments around to other people about somebody else, it's BS. It's a load of crap. If you're going to pass a comment around about somebody, you need to pass that comment around about yourself. And you really need to leave other people out of it. Because when this game comes to the point of somebody threatening another individual, like not in-game related, but real life related, threatening an individual, and not only threatening that individual, but trying to threaten their family, yo, I'm gonna have to draw the line on that shit. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I'm gonna draw the line on that shit. Because, I mean, I sit back in these shadows and I witness a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And one of the main typical things that I witness is people coming to you with a certain face. But as soon as they turn their back, that mask comes off. And it's not going to stop. You may be somebody right now who's watching this and thinking, oh, this can't happen to me. And then 2 days later, you find out that what I said was 100. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up anybody's butt. At all. Nor am I going to sit here and play the ass kisser. I need some people to understand some things right now. And I really know that the main people that I need this to get out to probably will never see it. But if you're somebody who conveniently watches this and you understand what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about as a group, because it's not just one person, there's multiple people. And I'm pretty sure anybody that knows anything about me, has spent any time with me on this game, you know who it is that I have issues with, and you know why I had those issues with those people. Because just like some other people that I know who do these live streams, who put in 200% of everything they do in this, people are going to stab you in the back. They're going to. And this is one thing you got to think of. If people are going to stab you in the back over a stupid car in this game, what do you really think these people are going to do if you were actually friends with these people in real life? What? You're going to have me believe that you're not going to expect them to turn around and stab you in the back there too? Because you're wrong. They will. And I know I made a video about this before, but I'm going to say it again, but I'm not going to say it in the manner in which I said it before. I'm getting sick and tired of half-assed people in this game. And I said before that if some people did not think that I would not sit here in the middle of a live stream and call you out, I told you then that you were wrong. And I'm telling you now that you are wrong. Because I said it before. If you felt like stepping on my toes and you felt like using me for your good but not giving back what you know you should, then I said it before. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to blast you wherever I need to blast you. And then I'm going to tell you, you can strike back on me however the hell you think you want to. But it's going to do you no good. Because there are plenty of people in this game. People that you know, and I guarantee it, people that you know, that see what I do. That see I sit here and I give, and I give, and I give. And I have to sit here and get treated like I'm supposed to beg to get something? No, let me tell you something. If you invite me to your lobby, and I'm sitting in your lobby for hours on end, and I'm offering my help to you, and in those hours I may say one or two things that I want, like, you can call it what you want, but in no way, shape, or form should I feel like if I'm sitting here spending hours helping you do your shit, that I should feel wrong about asking you for one thing or two things. It don't even matter. A matter of fact, to be quite honest with you, if it's this whole give cars to friends thing was really associated with friends, I shouldn't have to ask. You should have heard me, not some random fucker who popped in the lobby and said, "Oh, I want this. Oh, now you move ahead of the line." Nah, I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with it at all. Now, I have literally sat here in the course of these past previous months, and I could literally fill a book with names of people who were going to sit there and act like your friend to get what they want. And as soon as they got what they want from you, not only are they going to turn their back on you, they're going to do whatever they can to make you feel like you were in the wrong about something. Just because they don't have nothing else to say. They don't have no truth to speak about nothing. They know they were the one that was being the ass. That's the bottom line. And that's how people are going to do you. So, when people consider their inside circle, like, that's what you need to consider, is that inside circle. And what you need to consider is anybody outside that circle, you need to know that those people are going to try to step on your toes. Those people are going to eventually hate you. They're going to eventually turn their back on you. They're going to eventually act like you owe them something. No matter how much you help them get what they want, no matter how much time you spent in a lobby helping them get what they want, they're still going to turn around and act like you owe them something. All of a sudden, you owe them for their time. Because their time is considered to be like the great man above. You see what I'm saying? They're holier than thou. They can do no wrong. They can do to you what they wish to do to you. But don't dare have nothing to say about it. Well, I'm going to tell you. If you're anybody like that and you're trying to go against me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now. I'm not worried about your comments. I'm not worried about what you feel about me. I'm not worried about nothing you have in your garage. I don't care if I've asked for it. I'm not worried about it. Because I'm going to point it out to you. If I've seen it in your garage, I can find it in somebody else's garage. And chances are, I'm probably better than you. Because I can probably go through anybody in your friends list without you knowing. and get the car from them. I've done it before. I will do it again. And what I do with my cars is my choice. Where I got them from makes no never mind to you. The only reason why it makes it never mind to you is because you're the one that wanted to play an ass. You're the one that wanted to have an upper hand on somebody. And now you are the one that found out that you just got hit in the back of the head with the shovel that you used to dig your own hole with. I'm not playing these games no more. If you're going to be my friend and you're going to be real or some shit like that, then that's what it is. But if you're going to be a random asshole and you think you're just going to treat me like a random asshole, you're going to be the random asshole. I can promise you that. Now, right now at this very minute, I'm in the middle of some shit with some people. And it's not a person, it's a group of people. From the same group, I'm in the middle of some shit. I've had some of these jackass, crab-ass motherfuckers sit here and block me. Take me off of their friends list. Why? Y'all were supposed to be some kind of big shot people, right? You're gonna block me, take me off your friends list so I can't pop in the lobby with you? Why? When I was in the lobby with you, I heard nothing but your mouth about how good you were this and how good you were that, what you did this, what you done that. Well, let me tell you what I've observed sitting in your lobbies. I've observed people coming in offering help. People dying to help. Let me help you out. I just want this one car. And these people are sincere. And they get treated like road trash. I've seen it. And then you got somebody like me who has sat here and offered countless hours, countless days of help to somebody and still get treated the same way. I'm not going to stand for this any longer. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start taking screenshots of these moments. And I'm going to start recording conversations from start to finish. And I'm going to compile these into a list. And I'm going to put them on a live stream for everybody to see. And I'm not worried about telling somebody, hey, come share my video, come share my video. Look, I don't care. I'll click on my own video and I'll share it to the whole damn world. I'll pop in your community and I'll share it with your community. Let all of these people in your community see how you actually are. Because I've had a lot of people sit there and pointing the finger at me like I've all of a sudden just up and started becoming some type of way. No, you can kiss my white ass is what you can do. Because you know, if I've just up and decided to become some type of way that everybody else don't know me to be, think about it. There's a reason why these other people don't know me to be that way. Because they've always came to me 100%. Whatever they said, I didn't have to question. It's your shit that I got to question. It's you coming at me with 1% and expecting me to come at you with 200. It's not happening no more. At all. If you think for a second that these cars and stuff like that really matter to me, nah, bitch. I'm telling you right now. I'll go in my garage and delete every freaking thing I have gotten from you or your whole group. It doesn't matter to me. I would rather go get the car from somewhere else than to know your shit is sitting in my garage. That's bottom line. I don't care if you gave me something that's 100% legit. I'd literally rather squash that shit and gladly take something that was fucking scratched just so I knew that shit was different than yours. Just so I knew that didn't come from your spot or your group. I've sat here, I've had people recently, I've had somebody make a comment in the lobby. Yo, if you're in my group, you're in my group. I'd like to see everybody eat. Yeah, after you get your plate though, right? Nah, because I didn't see nothing like that. I heard it, but I didn't see nothing like that. What I seen was basically asking me to spend hours of my time to help you out, and me asking for stuff, me asking you to help me, and well, let's just say I'm still sitting here waiting. I'm still sitting here waiting for you to live up to the shit that you say. Because nobody has to question me. I might get a little busy or whatever, and somebody might have to send me another message or whatever, but eventually, if you're serious about wanting something, and I have the time, I ain't got no problem giving it to you. And you will get it. I have things that come up or whatever, but that ain't no never mind. Still, just keep it real with me, send me a message. You'll get it. Now, to get back to this incident where I have found it to be true that some people that I'm friends with are going to sit there and send threatening messages to somebody else that I'm friends with, and they're going to threaten this guy and they're going to threaten his family. Look, I'm going to tell you something. A few of you, I know you're going to watch this video, and I know you're going to know I'm talking about you personally. But let me tell you this right now. Because I am a man in the position that I'm in. You want to go around and threaten somebody? Yeah, well, that's like, like a classic 5-year-old thing to do, right? But your mind don't see it that way. But that's all right. Still, act like a 5-year-old, walk like a 5-year-old, talk like a 5-year-old. You're a fucking 5-year-old. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if somebody comes threatening me, that's one thing. But when it comes to the matter of threatening a man's family, bruh, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, you lost all respect from me. Period. And if or when you might would have had me on your side at some shit, at least to a little bit, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna stand for that shit. And I'm putting it out here right now. I'm not gonna stand for it. And if my name comes out about some shit the wrong way, I can promise you I'm not gonna threaten you at all. You're not gonna hear one threat from me. But what you're gonna get is a promise. Because you ain't gonna see the shit coming. At all. In fact, you will probably sit there and spend the next few days trying to figure out what the hell happened. Who the hell did this to me? That's probably about what you're going to be doing about it. I'm not going to put up with it at all. I'm not going to put up with none of this sideways shit from this game. Period. And just the other day, I'm sitting there, I'm playing a different game other than GTA. And I gotta admit, the peace and fucking quiet playing a different game, like I said, it was peaceful. It was quiet. Other than the million other invites that I was getting to hop back on this game. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I sat here and I got off of the game that I was playing to jump on this game a total of 4 times that day. Stop what I was doing because somebody said they needed my help. Somebody said they would like my help. So I stopped what I was doing. I came in this game. And you want me to tell you the most exciting thing that I did in this game, any of the times that I quit playing another game that I was actually having a peaceful mode in? Exactly what I have been sitting right here doing the entire live stream. Just sitting in the lobby. Like, what? I've told you several times. Told several people several times in the lobby. Yo, I would like to get that car. I would like to get that car. And you know what I kept hearing? Hey, I need you to come in the bunker to help. Oh, I need you to make a session this. Oh, I need you to start the job. Oh, oh, I'm in the middle of doing this. Well, I know you got this car. Why don't you call this car out and send it down to that guy? And you know what? Before, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Before, I could consider myself stupid for sitting there continuously doing that. But I'm going to tell you what. You ain't going to call me stupid no more. Because if you ever wonder what happened to all the good people in this game, this type of shit right here is what's happened to all the good people in this game. Because I'm going to tell you, you can take at least 50% of the motherfuckers that you know that are assholes to this day. I can guarantee you they didn't start out as an asshole. I can guarantee you they probably started out much like me. Just happy you getting some stuff. Just happy, you know, like people are asking for your help. You know what I mean? It kind of like gives you a feel like you're doing something else in the game other than just playing the game, right? You're helping other people out. What the hell are we playing online with other people for? So we can sit here and treat the entire world the same way we treat everybody else around us? It's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. We play these games online to interact with other people, to have a good time, to share differences and still realize that we all get along. That is the purpose. A lot of you think, yo, I can hide behind this TV, I can hide behind this controller with a mic on my head, and I can say whatever I want to and get away with it. Because who's going to do what about it? Well, I'm going to tell you. If you keep continuously doing that, you're going to eventually say something to the right one. You're eventually going to say something to that motherfucker that you just had no clue lived only 10 minutes away from you. Or you going to say some shit to that one person that ain't got nothing else better in their life to do than to spend some money for a plane ticket or a bus ticket to show up at your house. And you think because you hide behind a stupid gamer tag on this game that somebody cannot find out where you live? You are wrong. You're completely wrong. Again, I'm going to make a comment. I don't care how it is that you feel about me. But I know when I have devoted a lot of my time to sit in the lobbies and to help and to give, and I have devoted almost the same amount of time sitting in your lobbies to help and not get nothing but an attitude or some kind of sideways comment because I asked you for something, or to blatantly point out, yo, I've asked you about this 4 days in a row. Oh, you was in the lobby with me the other day. Why didn't you say this? I did. But you were too busy ignoring me. You didn't hear me. You played it off Now it's 2 days later, you want to come up with this comment, oh, why you didn't say you wanted this? I did. What, I got to yell at you I wanted that car? You didn't have to yell at me to ask me for my help. You didn't have to yell at me to ask me for my car. You didn't have to yell at me to say, oh, I know you're good at finding cars. I can't find this car. Can you see if you can find this car? You didn't have to yell at me about that. Now, not everybody is the same way. I got people I ask stuff for, and they more than willing to help. And it's not a problem. Because that's the way it should be with everybody. We all got that. We all got our differences. Yeah, that's 100% true. Everybody's situation ain't gonna be like the next. And even if it is, it ain't gonna have the same outcome. It's not possible. I started live streaming with the intent to do live streaming regularly, to give cars to friends regularly, to explore other areas other than give cars to friends, and maybe just, offer an informational video to people who don't know. Maybe even buy that new game some people don't have yet. Broadcast a little bit of footage from that game, just so these people can get a feel of this game before they go out and spend $60 to $100 on a game. So they would get an idea whether or not they like the game or not. I can't tell you how many times I've bought a game, spent a lot of money on the game, come home, put it in, sit down 5 minutes, can't stand the game. Keep the game around for a couple more months, try to pop it in or whatever, still can't stand the game, still can't get into the game. Don't appeal to me. That's the point of doing these videos. And the point of playing online is to help each other, to talk with each other, to hang with each other, share differences, share common factors. That's the point. Now, the only reason why I'm not naming any names right now is because, number one, I have a few conversations I need to start before I go and do that. And then with certain people, I've actually given them a message. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to give them a total of 2 days to respond to that message. And if or when I do not get a response to that message, then hey, that's fine. You dug your own hole. I won't have no problem at all doing another live stream, putting my screenshots, putting my recordings, I won't have no problem compiling all of this into a live YouTube video for everybody to see. And like I said, I'm not worried about people coming up here and sharing my video. Because hopefully you didn't miss what I said in the beginning of having over 500 friends. I'm pretty for sure it's not hard for me to take my own video and share it to every one of those 500 friends. And yes, I got the balls to even share the video right to where it needs to go to. I got the balls and I will do it. So, whether it's me or somebody else, and you're dealing with these people, and you're taking advantage of their kindness in any kind of way, If you pop in a live stream, you pop in a session with the intent to take something but not give, then go around, start shit, run your mouth or whatever. If you're one of these kind of people, you need to watch out, because I'm not the only one sitting here feeling the way I am about this. And whether or not anybody else falls on the bandwagon and starts doing what I'm doing makes no never mind to me, because I've always heard one person ain't going to change the world, but one person can set a motion for world change. And if I got to be that one person to start some changes in this game with a lot of people, hey, so be it. I'll be the guinea pig. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm already hated on a daily basis regardless of what I sit here and do. So don't think for 1 second that I got a problem with being extra hated because I said some truth. Because all in all, bottom line, that's what people are against. They are against sitting here on this game treating you any old way that they want to treat you. And then the moment you want to speak out about them, they want to get themselves and the whole group that they're associated with to go out and say some shit about you. Now you got one person who started some non-truth about you, and then they go around and spread it around to they 10, 15 people in their group. Now you got 10, 15 people going around saying the same shit that ain't true. I don't need 10, 15 people to go around and say the same shit that ain't true. I only need me to point you out while I'm telling my truth by myself. So the whole point of it is, if you're going to sit there and ask for somebody's help, don't waste their time. Don't sit there and ask somebody for their help and expect this person to sit in the lobby with you, watching you get what you want, watching you give stuff to other people, but yet this person has to sit in this lobby for hours on end and have to ask you repeatedly for one thing. Because it ain't going to happen with Kels no more. No more. Because I can assure you, I was getting cars in this game before I met you, and I'll get cars in this game when I forget about you. Now, anybody who's ever came to me 100%, I can assure you I ain't forgot about them. I got a friend of mine right now who's going through some life problems. He ain't been on the game in a long time. But this guy already knows when he gets back on this game, I'll stop all the tradings that I'm doing with anybody. And I'll spend as long as it takes to give this man everything in my garage. Because this man got me started on my way. This was the guy who showed me something about something. The one that got me on my way with this car trading. So don't think for 1 second that I'm going to forget where I came from. The question is, how many times in a day are you going to cover up the fact that you done forgot where you came from? That's the bottom line. Y'all want these give cars to friends things to keep coming out? Y'all want these badass cars to keep coming out? Y'all want this game to still have any kind of purpose remotely within the next 6 months to another year? You need to change the way you act. And you need to think that just because somebody who was generally a nice person all of a sudden turned around and started acting some kind of way at you, nah, that ain't the time to sit there and stop and try to make this person feel bad because of the way they're acting at you. It's time for you to stop and check yourself, because it's your actions that would have caused a generally nice person to turn around and start acting some kind of way towards you. You're not always going to have that finger on your hand to point in the wrong direction. And furthermore, just like I said, you keep pointing that finger in the wrong direction, you're going to point it at the right one day. And they're going to make sure you don't have a finger to point. They might come up with something creative to do with that finger that you pointing at them. Now, to all the people that feel what I'm saying, the only finger that I'm going to hold up for you is the thumbs up. And for the people that are still going to sit here and hate, I'm going to tell you, all the problems with everything in this game, it can start with you. And then the only finger that I'm going to show you then is conveniently placed in the middle of both of my hands. And if you don't understand that, you can read between the lines, can't you? And if you can't read, I ain't got time to teach you. I've said all I got to say on this matter. If you want my help on something, fine, I'll give you my help. I'll stop what I'm doing to give you my help. But don't expect me to just sit here and pop in the lobby and just sit here and be your help. Because I got other things I can do. I got other people I can hang out with. I ain't got to sit in the lobby and kiss your ass and be your help. I can sit in my own lobby, giving to the community like I want. So you need to think about some shit. A lot of you do. So, like I said, I could share my own videos to where it matters to be shared to. But, just for a reference point, if you find yourself being put in the same kind of situations as anything that I have described, then it would probably actually do you some good to actually share this video with that one person that kept stepping on your toes. Share this video with them people who decided to only use you for your help, or to only use you to get what they want. And then turn around the minute you ask for something, they act like they don't know you. Because just like the description in the video, these things are called give cars to friends, not give cars to takers. If you're going to pop in these communities and you're going to ask for something, you need to be willing to put something back. Everybody keep drinking out the same glass. There ain't no drink left in that glass. And I'm about to that point. I'm finding myself at this point where I'm ignoring people that I don't want to ignore, because I'm not going to sit here and go through somebody else who I think is my real good friend to turn around to be the real big dick. That's bottom line. People need to get your attitude straight. And you need to remember, at some point in time, whenever you decide to down somebody who's got less than you, remember, your ass picked up this controller at some point in time. Your ass put this game in at some point in time, and your ass had just as little as the people you were trying to put down now. Don't sit there on your high horse because you got stuff. Don't sit there on your high horse because you can go to this one or this big guy or that big guy and get what you want. Don't sit there on that high horse. Because you keep sitting there on that high horse, I'm going to guarantee you it's only going to be a matter of time before some of them people that you think that you comfortable with, they're going to turn around. And just like you've been doing to everybody else, they're going to stick that knife in your back. Now, you can ignore everything I say. But if you ignore it, hey, that's on you. But I don't want to hear one comment, not the first one, from you when that knife gets put in your back. Not one comment. I'm not going to hear it. I'm not even going to tell you I told you so. Because just like you didn't have time for me, I ain't got time for you. That's it. That's the bottom line. Watch what you do to people. Watch how you treat people. That's the only thing I can tell you. Because, like I said, I was getting cars before I done live streaming. I don't have to do live streaming to get cars. I should be making these live streams in lobbies actually giving cars out. But you know, sometimes somebody got to take the time out to make these videos that really matter. To point out the actual problems in this game. You expect to deal with jackasses in a public lobby. But when you're in the invite only session, or when you're in a friends only session, you shouldn't be walking around like a jackass, to be honest with you. You shouldn't be walking around expecting everybody around you to give you all of this help for hours on end. But then want to turn the other cheek when somebody asks for something. Oh, now you got to do this. Oh, now you got to do that. Oh, I'll hit you up tomorrow. 2 months later, what's up with that car? What car? I ain't giving you no car. Let me look through your garage before I give you this car. Oh, really? I done gave you 5, 6, 10, 20 fucking cars. The one time I asked for something, you need to look through my garage just so I can get that car? Nah, I don't think so. It's just like I said, at the end of the day, if I found it in your garage, I can find it in somebody else's garage. It ain't no problem. No problem whatsoever. Now, I intend for my next video to actually be a live stream of giving cars to friends and giving cars to people who have very little. That's my intentions for my next video. But that might get set to the side, because within these next few days of some stuff I explained earlier in the video, if they go down the way that I think they're going to go down, my next video ain't going to be a give cars to friends. That'll be the video after. But my next video at that point would be to literally sit here with recordings, with screenshots of people who sit there and try to make themselves look like they walk around with this halo on their head. And every time they turn their back, expose the fact that they have the biggest horns walking around. Because like I said, you need to watch how you treat people. I spent a lot of my life as a kid growing up alone. I didn't have a lot of friends. And I grew up to be just fine. Do I like the fact that I got 500 and something friends on this game? Yeah, I like the fact. I really appreciate the fact that 10 or 15 of them are actually friends. But like I said, if you think for 1 second that I will not sit here and hit this broadcast button and put your name on some shit and share it with everybody I know and drop a link to the video in your own damn box, you are wrong. Because somebody like me, I'll share the video with everybody. But when it comes to me putting this video in your box, I'm going to repeatedly spam your box with this video. I'm going to make you so mad about seeing all of these links to this same video. You're going to be so mad you're accidentally going to click on it. And you're going to start hearing it. And you ain't going to have no way around it. You're going to be mad enough that you're going to want to hit that button to clear that video out. But just right before you hit that button, you're going to hear something that's going to make you like, hold on. Did this motherfucker just sit here and say that? You damn right I did. Now, if you're going to have the nerve to call somebody your bro, your friend, you need to act like it. And you also need to realize that if they really your bro, if they really your friend, and you realize this person is not having a good day, set yourself to the side for once. Set yourself to the side. Try to do what you can to make sure that if this person came to you with a bad day, try to make sure they leave you with some good insight of the day. Because that's how you should be. And if you don't understand that, there ain't no hope. There ain't no hope for more things than just this game. And that's my good word. Thank anybody for who sits here and watches this video. Thank anybody for sit here and likes this video. And for damn sure, thank anybody who dislikes it. Thank you. Because a dislike is proof. A like is 100% real. And if you share, then that's 100% emotion. Take it as you will. I'm going to keep doing what I do. I'm going to keep being me. I'm going to keep being generous because I'm not going to let you or people like you influence me to be like you. I don't start my friendship out with anybody as the asshole. And I'm not going to expect or accept that kind of friendship come to me from anywhere. I'm not going to deal with it. Take it to the heart or take it as a lesson. Really don't matter to me. Just as long as you heard it. And you heard it from the horse's mouth. Not somebody coming back saying, oh, well, Kel said this. Kel sent me a message that. Kel said this. Kel said that. Nah. Kel said it right here for everybody to hear. For everybody to see. Now, although I have sat here for almost 53 minutes now, speaking my mind has spoke. And I do have stuff to do. So with that, I hope you all have a good night. And if you don't, I hope it does get better for you. And if you wanted the assholes that I'm talking about and you're watching this video, please know that I am holding this controller with one hand. But with the other hand, I'm sitting here with that finger in the middle of that hand, holding it up, tall and proud. Because I don't have a problem explaining my true emotion to you. Which is more than what I can say for yourself. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.